Hey guys, yesterday Merlin had his first bodywork session, which was really cool. I think he really enjoyed it.
Recently, I was on Facebook and I came across the post of someone who was studying the Masterson Method and was looking to get practice sessions in to prepare for the certification exam. Now, the Masterson Method is actually something that I've been interested in for a while, so when I saw that opportunity, I jumped on it, and I'm really glad I did. I'll explain more about what it is and why I'm interested in a second, but first I want you to notice Merlin's initial responses here. It's always cool to notice the changes in demeanors from the start to the end of the session. I did want to give a high-level overview of the Masterson Method just so you know what's being done with Merlin here today. The Masterson Method is a type of bodywork that works with the horse by recognizing and using the responses of the horse to find and then release accumulated tension in key junctions of the body. This method was initially developed to improve performance for equine athletes, although its reach has been far broader than that. I think there is an ever-increasing amount of horse owners who are getting into various forms of body work to improve their horse's performance. And I'm not just talking about in the show ring, I'm just talking about the day-to-day riding that goes on, making sure their horses are comfortable and not in pain. As a former wild Mustang, Merlin's obviously had some experiences that were very stressful for him, being rounded up, traveling across the country, and beginning the transition into a domestic horse life. He's been a more high anxiety horse and seems to hold on to stress and tension more so than the others, so I've had to work really hard to reduce the stress in the training environment, and I do that by being mindful and considerate of his mental and emotional state by reading subtle signs and expressions in his body language. Growing in my ability to effectively do that has made a huge difference for Merlin. Anyway, my point here is with the accumulation of different stressors, both physical and mental, which then turns back into physical, you can see how a bodywork session could really benefit a horse like Merlin. So in this method, when you discover areas of tension or resistance, which the horse is revealing in subtle signs that you're watching for, you soften the pressure and allow the horse to release the tension rather than, say, increasing that pressure to manually break up the tension like you might see in more traditional massage methods. So in this method, you're essentially bypassing the horse's internal defense system and any bracing that might occur and allowing the nervous system to release that tension. Okay, so this is where I started getting really excited about this method because I feel like it falls hand in hand with the training philosophy that I've slowly been developing. I'm really working towards acknowledging and respecting the horse's emotional state. I want to make the training environment as low stress as I can, and I do that by watching subtle signs of the horse similar to the Masterson method. Subtle signs that might demonstrate that you're on an area of tension when doing the Masterson method include, but are not limited to, the blinking or twitching of the eye, the twitching or quivering of the lips, a change in breathing, holding the breath or breathing faster, or sighing and letting out breath. Larger signs such as licking and chewing, the snorting, sneezing, shaking the head, shaking the body, yawning, repeated yawning, these all might indicate some level of release of tension in the horse. This method watches for correlations between what you're doing and the behavior the horse is giving you in response, and these are some things that are common to see. You can already see that Merlin's had some pretty big releases here and seems to be really enjoying the session and has really settled into it since the beginning. So I'm pretty interested in the Masterson method at this point, and one thing I'm really excited about is hearing Jim Masterson speak while at the Equine Affair. He's going to be presenting several different sessions during this event. This is a huge event here in New England, bringing in top trainers, exhibitors, performers. There's consignment, trade shows, all sorts of things going on. One of the years I went, I got to meet Pat Pirelli, who's a well-known trainer and clinician. Anyway, this year I'm excited that Jim Masterson will be there. The Masterson method is something that interests me, and I feel like it really closely relates to the work that I'm doing with the Mustangs. It's something that I actually want to learn to do myself because I feel like it would be a really valuable thing to add to what I'm doing and something nice that I could offer the horses that I'm working with. Another thing that I think sets the Masterson method apart is the amount of resources that are available to learn the method. Not only does Jim go to different expos like the Equine Affair, but he also has a book called Beyond Horse Massage, does clinics, has seminars, courses, and pathways to become certified in the method, which is what Mylissa, Merlin's bodyworker, is doing. I thought it was so cool to watch Mylissa do this session with Merlin. This is the first time any of my Mustangs have been worked on by a bodyworker, so I was overjoyed to see Merlin really get into this. I love watching the progression of Merlin's responses. You can kind of see that in this clip here, the twitching of the lip, the flailing of the nostrils, the licking and chewing, his lip continuing to twitch there. He's got some blinking going on and a little yawn coming here, and he'll continue to go on and give another yawn. Mylissa was fantastic with Merlin. I really appreciated her coming out, and it was really cool for me to watch as someone who's interested in someday perhaps learning this. Watching someone who's further along on the journey was really helpful. Mylissa's hoping to get certified this coming year. I'll link her business page in the description below if you're interested, and maybe you're local in Vermont and need a body worker.
So when Merlin finished the session, he was just so relaxed. Walking him out of the barn back out to the pasture, he was like acting as if he was drunk. He was just so like chill and so calm. It was really fun to see. But anyway, thank you to Mylissa for doing that for Merlin. And thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.